What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here with part 35 of Jason's Pokemon Journey in Fire Red. We're gonna get right on into this, everybody. Yep, so as you know, we are here at the Pokemon Mansion on the second floor. We're gonna go and try to get through this little maze of a mansion there and experience the wonder and mystery of this mansion here. Yep, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, say. Alright, so let's see, there's some trainer. Oh, excuse me, everybody. I just had breakfast. Pretty good breakfast, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. So, let's see what Pokemon I have up front here. So, you got Ryu. Oh, let's see. You know what? Before I challenge him, let me just go heal up real quick there, because I know I did a lot of battles against like wild Pokemon, and one of the trainers, there was one trainer on the first floor here, so yeah, probably guess I might end up battling this guy here, Eradicate here. So yeah, we're gonna, yeah, because especially my Stomp AP Pokemon power is running low and strength there. So all right. So, anyway, in the last one, I was telling you guys about the Pokemon movie, since, you know, it was here in Cinnabar Island, and in the Pokemon Mansion, and both the game lore and the origins, based off the games, talk about the scientists making an experiment of Mewtwo. So, yeah, so where we left off, I just told the origin Mewtwo where, you know, he was upset and everything, blew up the lab, and was also mad with Giovanni. So the movie, so after they show the title card of the movie, they go say the dun 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 dun. Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo strikes back. So you go to Ash. So the narrator, of course, starts. You have Ash, Misty, and Brock, and they're about to look like Brock's cooking up something for everybody to eat. And of course, Ash is like, hungry, need food. Oh, Ash, you haven't done a thing all day. Poor Misty, you know her and Ash always gotta be at each other there. But yeah, we all know that Misty and Ash, according to the original anime, end up together. At least that's what I believe there. That's what I believe now. Like I say, a lot of people have been saying about Ash ending up with I think there's some other girl. There's some other girl in the anime that people are talking about Ash being with, maybe two other girls, but yeah, I'm for the Ash X Misty. Yeah, so that's my thing. I know, you know, in some of my thumbnails I got, you know, Jason hooked up with Misty and everything, you know, for the game, for, you know, playing the game, based off, you know, back in the 6th grade I had a crush, me having a crush on Misty back in 6th grade. But yeah, like I said, it's going according to the original anime, of course. Yeah. Much like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, you know. Yes, I have a crush on Taya in the Yu-Gi-Oh back in high school, but in the original anime, it's Yugi and Taya. Somebody tried to, I think, argue the fact against that and showed evidence. Well, then I take it back. I think they were trying to. There was somebody on Facebook posting about I think about more of, you know, Yugi and Rebecca, and also something else on Yami that it's really kind of disturbing. But of course, you know, one of the people going against this person was, you know, like, no, it's Yugi and Taya. Say. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm trying to get Lenny caught up too. So, all right. Come on now. coughing. Get out my way here now. Okay, we're just gonna. I hate when they do that. Yeah, I just want to go to that trainer. I mean, I'm right next to him. Thank you. Alright. I can't get out. This whole place is one big puzzle. Now I think, yep, this is a burglar right here. Burglar Ernie. Burglar Ernie. He got a Charmander. How ironic. That's why I started off with Charmander. Now I have a Charizard. Alright, so anyway, back to what I was saying about the movie. So a trainer comes up. They don't say the name of the trainer. Only thing we know is that he comes up and he's like, "Hey, you there? I'm looking for a Pokemon trainer named Ash from Palestine. You know him?" I'm gonna go and give Lapras a try here since, you know, fire type, water type, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. So he's like, "I'm looking for a Pokemon trainer named Ash from Pallettown. You know him?" "Yeah, he's me." "Let's have a match. Unless you're afraid to lose." So Ash jumps up. "I'm afraid you're gonna lose this one." "Ash, you just said you were too weak to work." "Yeah, I am too weak to work, but a Pokemon battle isn't work." That's progress. At least his mouth is working. Thank you. And then, of course, you get the theme song, which for the movie, you get the full-length theme song. Got 2 complete verses there, and they make it epic. I ain't lying. There, it's like, "I wanna be the very." Oh, he dropped his loot there. It's like, "I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real task. To train them is my co-op. Ooh, I will travel across the land, searching far and..." The switches here open. Sorry, I had to interrupt the song there. The switches here open and close alternating sets of doors. Okay, I'll try them out. Alright now. Okay, let me start. Whenever you stop a song, you gotta start it over. "I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real task. To train them is my co-op. Ooh, I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon will understand the power that's inside us all. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Ooh, you're my real friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, a heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Gotta catch 'em. Gotta catch 'em all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle everything to claim my proper place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team, yeah. Arm in arm we'll win the fight. It's always been a dream, it's always been a dream. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Ooh, you're my real friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, a heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, you gotta catch 'em. Gotta catch 'em. gotta catch 'em, gotta catch 'em, you gotta catch 'em all. Yeah, trust me, that was the thing that got you pumped at the beginning of the movie. Of course, like I say, especially after seeing all the stuff with Mewtwo. So, during the song, a little briefing of the battle, the trainer's first Pokemon is a Dolphin, which is this was a brand new Pokemon that was not featured in the Kanto region. Dolphin did not show up until the Johto region, but the movie, anyone who saw this movie saw this Dolphin, but they wouldn't know what Pokemon this was until the Johto season, unless they, looked them up on like a website or something. But yeah, that was a newly discovered Pokemon, much like Togepi or Marill and Snubbull, that was featured in Pikachu's Vacation. That was a brand new Pokemon. That was a Johto League Pokemon, Johto region Pokemon. So the Dolphin is tagged. I think Dolphin's like ground type, yeah. And so Ash sent out Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was getting hit pretty hard by Dolphin's rollout until he fired that solar beam and practically gave Dolphin a 1-2. Then the trainer sent out a Machamp, but the trainer sent out a Machamp, and Ash sent out a Squirtle. And while that Machamp was pretty powerful, he didn't stand a chance against Squirtle's Bubble Attack or Bubble Beam, possibly. But yeah, some bubbles can be pretty powerful. And then for the final round, the trainer figured, well, screw the rules. I'm gonna just use 3 Pokemon. Now, technically, in the later Pokemon region games, like say, I think like Pokemon Black and White, the Unova region, there is a thing called rotation battles where you can use 3 Pokemon against another trainer using 3 Pokemon, and they have a thing that, like, you rotate different Pokemon each round or something like that. However, this is the Kanto region. We have not been introduced to that yet at the time this movie came out. So to us, this trainer was cheating. He sent out a Pinsir, a Golem, and a Beedrill. I think Golem, Beedrill, Golem, Pinsir, and I can't think what the other. I think it may have been a Beedrill. I'm not sure. Let me know what that third Pokemon they trained. I know the 2 of them was a Golem and a Pinsir, though. I just can't think what that other Pokemon he had there when he decided to screw the rules and send out 3. And yes, that is yes, screw the rules is a line from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I did see Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and I'm not proud of the fact that I saw that. It was a much different time when I watched that. As I told my wife back then, and I know Casey was not a big fan of it, and I know why she wasn't. And yeah, I hate the fact that I was trying to. I hate the fact that I watched that in the first place there. Yes, but I realized how bad that series really is. It's a disgrace to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But one of the things that was said in it was, screw the rules, I have money from Seto Kaiba. And so, because they tried to, but see, the trainer here, sending out 3 Pokemon, actually was cheating, sort of like Bandit Keith when he was having those cards under his wristband. However, Yugi and Kaiba or not cheaters though. So yeah, that's like you say, so that's one of the reasons why, you've probably been wondering what the heck, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. That's not something you need to be watching there. Yeah. Do not watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. If you want to know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I have to read Yu-Gi-Oh! manga on here. I will get back to that soon. I will get back after I finish my free comic book. And like I say, you can actually go to the Tubi app for free and watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Basically the English dub version, and also and also the English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5D. Now, in order to watch the Japanese version of the series, that's more adult and everything, definitely check out Crunchyroll. Yeah. So Crunchyroll or any other streaming app that features the Japanese version of different animes there, the original Japanese cuts. So that's what you do, but stay away from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. You do not need to get into that there. I warn you. So yeah, like I say, so in order to finish the battle, Ash had Pikachu jump up and deliver his famous Thunderbolt or Thunder Attack. Some people say that Pikachu rained down the thunder of Zeus because the fact that he actually took out all 3 Pokemon in one shot. And the trainer said, "Oh no!" Well, that was a shocking ending. Shocking that Ash moved so fast. And of course, they're being watched by Jesse James and Meow from Team Rocket. Later, then a Dragonite swoops in and hands them an invitation to a place called New Island. Turns out they had actually been watched by Mewtwo himself and one of his servants. We also find out later when they get to the ferry to get to New Island, Ash and Misty and Brock, there are other trainers that were invited as well, and they want to come to New Island. However, Mewtwo actually uses his powers to make a storm show up as a way of testing if they would still come out there. Which, because all the ferries get canceled due to the storm, for safety. And the trainers are like, "I want to get to New Island. No, it's just a little rain." Listen, the harbor manager thinks this could be the worst storm ever. Oh, let's see what this book says up here. Grimer. Well, I guess I can catch a Grimer. As long as he doesn't faint there. A little rock blast swam up with. Alright, that should do it. Alright, let's catch us a little Grimer here. Yeah, sort of like how Ash caught a muck in the series there. Muck. Why on earth would Ash be sending me a muck? Yuck! That's what Professor Oak said in reaction to that. I caught one. Okay, let's see what we're gonna nickname Grimer here. Sludge exposed to X-rays from the moon transformed into Grimer. It loves feeding on filthy things. So Grimer was created by sludge that was exposed to X-rays from the full moon? Or from the moon? Yeah. Huh. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that there. I'll call him Slimer, like Slimer from Ghostbusters there. Yeah. When something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Diary, July 5th. Guyana, South America. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. Yep, some of the journal entries from the movie. Huh? Alright, so anyway, so there's a harbor manager who is like, listen to me. The prophets have predicted the return of the weight of the winds of water. They I think that's how she said it there, but it's I know it was something really serious there about a serious prophecy. For years I have prayed that mankind would never experience that storm again. Isn't that just a legend? The storm, the prophets speak of the storm wiping out all but a few Pokemon, and their tears, and the waters, the sorrow of their tears, were able to bring back the lives lost in the storm. But there are no Pokemon tears today, only waves that nobody can survive. And that's why the ferry is canceled and your ride to New Island is canceled as well. Well, I'm going over there anyway. All my Pokemon are watertight. We'll just swim over to that palace. The waves will be savage. You would never make it. Besides, if you tried that stunt and your Pokemon got hurt, you'd be out of luck, pal. Cause we had to close down the Pokemon Center. How come? Cause the nurse in charge of the center disappeared last night. And if any of you see her, please contact me at once. That's her picture right there on the wall. Brock looks at the picture of Nurse Joy. She's cute. But she sure looks familiar. Oh gee, Brock, could that be because she looks just like every other Nurse Joy in this universe that is also named Joy? Nothing gets by you, does it, buddy? Yeah, that is something. It's like I say, I'm not trying to make fun of the show or anything, but that is one thing I've always wondered why they did this in the show. I can understand, like, maybe in the game, maybe this actually being a thing, but it's kind of weird in the show. Why every nurse you go to in every town in Pokemon looks the same and is named Joy. And they mention about them having cousins and sisters and all these relatives and stuff. So how is it that you have all these relatives in your family, female relatives, that turn out looking just like looking the same? And it's the same with the Jennies too. I think in the episode of the Squirtle Squad, an Officer Jenny showed a photograph of her and a lot of her sisters and cousins, and it was just practically like a bunch of Jenny clones. Yeah, I got this raises some questions here. As Linkara say, I hurt myself at my confusion. So, anyway, it probably will never receive an answer on that one there, unless you guys figure something out. So anyway, the trainers decided to still go anyway. One flying on the Pidgeot, the other on the Gyarados, and I think another on the Dewgong. So Ash, Misty, and Brock decides that maybe they should just try their luck and go anyway, but Misty states that their Pokemon might not be strong enough to handle giant waves. And then Team Rocket shows up disguised as Vikings. You want to cross, maybe? We take you, y'all. We Vikings are used to big waves. We get you to New Island faster than you can say a perfect nougat. Heave, row, heave, row. I never knew Vikings still existed. They mostly live in Minnesota. And yeah, when this was a joke I did not get as a kid. I wonder why Ash said Vikings existed in live in Minnesota. I don't know what he said in the Japanese version, but the English dub of this, him saying about Minnesota, this was actually a joke about the Minnesota Vikings football team. I think it's a football team, but yeah, it's a sport joke there. So I did not get that as a kid there. I was like Vikings in Minnesota. But yeah, it's a sport joke. I found it out from somewhere there. So, but then a big wave comes down and, well, washes away Team Rocket's disguises. Those aren't Vikings, it's Team Rocket. I should have known there was something fishy about them besides the way they smell. When Brock said smell, first thing I wondered as a kid, I was like, what, do they smell like nachos? Oh boy. And then of course they start to do their motto. Prepare for trouble, make it double. Forget the motto, we're gonna have to wait for her. And a wave washes them. So now it looks like Ash, Misty, and Brock have no choice but to do what they can with the Pokemon they have to get the rest of the way to New Island, since they're stuck out in the middle of the water. Misty uses her Staryu to get her and Brock, since of course Brock doesn't have any water type Pokemon, and Ash uses the Squirtle, and the three of them make it to New Island. Soaking wet, of course, but they make it. And they meet up with Mewtwo's servant, and Brock Brock looks closely at the servant and is like, wait a minute, I recognize your face. I beg your pardon? Aren't you the nurse that's missing from the treatment center? You do look just like her. I'm afraid you are mistaken. I have always lived here with my master, and this is my home here. So, yeah, we'll get to her in a minute there. For those of you who haven't seen the movie. And yeah, don't worry, Jesse and James did get there too. On James's Weezing of all Pokemon. I'm really surprised they didn't have Arbok do it because, snakes are really good swimmers. Seems like Jessie would know that about her Arbok. But, oh well. Because the last time Weezing came out underwater, Weezing came up not really doing so well underwater. So as they go in, they meet up with the trainers that did make it. And, they see all the trainers' Pokemon. Then Mewtwo reveals himself. And everybody's in shock when the lady said, yes, the world's greatest Pokemon trainer is also the world's strongest Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the ruler of New Island and soon the whole world, Mewtwo. Mewtwo. Yo. A Pokemon can't be a Pokemon master? No way! Quiet, human. From now on, I'm the one who makes the rules. For some reason, Mewtwo spoke to the lady. How's he talking? Psychic. And because of the trainer ticking Mewtwo off with his comment, Mewtwo uses his powers to throw him into the pool, a fountain nearby. But of course, the trainer ain't taking that laying down. He's like, I think his name was Fergus or something like that. He's like, all right. You wanna play like that? Let's go, Gyarados! Gyarados Hyper Beam Attack! And apparently Mewtwo reflects the Hyper Beam back at Gyarados, which really makes everybody shocked because of how powerful Gyarados is known to be. Gyarados! Child play. And then here comes the big reveal. Mewtwo frees his servant from his mind control that apparently he had her under, revealing that the servant is a brainwashed Nurse Joy. That's why Brock recognized her. Nurse Joy! Where am I? And how in the world did I get here? Okay, press the switch. I transported you here from the Pokemon Center. Your knowledge of Pokemon physiology proved useful for my plan. Who are you? I am the new ruler of this island. You're just a bully! And of course, they show a brief scene of Team Rocket kind of wandering around the bottom of the castle and everything. And they get to a certain room that activates, and turns out cloning is done in this room because a clone of Meowth ends up getting made right next to 3 tubes with clones of a Venusaur, a Charizard, and a Blastoise. And they even and when Meowth shows up on the screen before the clone is made, they even do a "Who's that Pokemon?" It's Meowth. Then we cut back to Mewtwo. Yep, who? Yeah, like I say, as before, is not too happy with the humans. You humans brought me into your world with no more purpose than to be your slave. But now I have my own purpose. My storm will wipe out this planet, and all of you in it. And Brock comes to this conclusion. So you hate all humans, and you're gonna destroy us to save Pokemon. No, your Pokemon will not be spared. They have disgraced themselves by serving you humans. Those Pokemon of yours are nothing more than slaves. Oh boy. Okay, now this... Okay, I actually... Okay, looks like I got it right. I thought it was the other area where I found... This is a jump-off point here. So, I'm going to face this trainer and save there just to make sure I go down the right one. I think it's supposed to be the first one, but yeah, I'm still going to face the trainer, though. Yep, my mentor once lived here. Ah, scientist. Scientist Braden. Okay. Alright, I have, let's see, Emily take her on since, steel type, so fire, so yeah, he's a fire type. So yeah, so when Brock says, so you hate all humans, and you're gonna destroy us to save Pokemon. No. Your Pokemon will not be spared. They have disgraced themselves by serving you humans. Those Pokemon are no more than slaves.
Pika! Pika! Pika!
What are you saying? That you are not this human's slave, you are his friend?
Pika!
You're as pathetic as the rest. And he sends Pikachu flying to thank Ash. Humans and Pokemon can never be friends. And then after all this talk that Mewtwo just delivered, you know, about the whole slave thing, one of the trainers, I don't know why. Now maybe there was a different message in the Japanese version, but with the English dub, the trainer, this makes the trainer look kind of ignorant when he says, "If you are a Pokemon, then there's no reason I can't capture you. Go Rhyhorn!" Did you just not hear anything Mewtwo just said? And of course, he sends Rhyhorn flying back. Oh, good, Ice Beam. So then Ash challenges Mewtwo to a Pokemon battle. And that's when Mewtwo brings out the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise clones to challenge the trainers. And so the trainer with the Blastoise, with the Venusaur, sorry. Your fake Venusaur can't beat my real one, right, Root? And then the trainer with the Blastoise, we'll blow away that Blastoise, won't we, Shell Shocker? And then Ash may not have a nickname, but I do have Charizard. I choose you. At first, Charizard was like, hey, I don't. But then, I think Charizard must have sensed the power that Mewtwo had when he looked at him and instantly attacked. Charizard, I didn't say start. But of course, Mewtwo survives the attack and washes it away with water from the fountain. Your Charizard is poorly trained. And of course, Charizard is like, well, why you? So they come to the arena, and the first one up is the trainer with the Venusaur up against clone Venusaur. Right. I underestimated you last time, but that won't happen again. Right. And the battle begins. Go, Root, Razor Leaf. So the clone Venusaur uses Vine Whip to block the Razor Leaf and swing the original Venusaur, say, pretty much knocking all his hit points down. Woo, overwhelming. Yeah, I know, right? So that make sure to save this. So yeah, I'm gonna go down the first one. Yep. Or I think it may be the second one. Well, here we go. Let's see. I might have came down the right one. I came down the wrong. I think I came down the wrong one. Let's see. Yeah, because let me make sure. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, it's the only reason I'm trying to see. Because this one looked like I came down to the first floor. Yep. Yeah, it's the wrong one. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to try. Okay, we gotta go back up there and try again. So yeah. So Venusaur is out. I was like, it looks like I'm up. Go, Shell Shocker. Let's see, I think it's these stairs we go up here. Okay, we're just going to fight. Yeah. I think I'll probably, since I came back down the wrong way, I guess I'll heal up one more time. Yeah, especially for Rhyhorn's sake, because of his Pokemon power, yeah. Hopefully with more level up, yeah, we can, try to, yeah, because of, yeah, hopefully we can find some TMs that can give Rhyhorn some more attacks there, as well as also leveling up to evolving the Rhydon, you know. Okay. So anyway, just so she says, it looks like I'm up. Go, Shell Shocker. So Blastoise versus Blastoise. Shell Shocker, Hydro Pump! And the other Blastoise spins around to deflect the water, tackles the Blastoise. Now, technically, the clone Blastoise is using Rapid Spin, but we don't hear Mewtwo, call out the attack or anything. But that's clearly what the clone Blastoise is doing, is Rapid Spin. Shell Shocker! You better forfeit, Ash. Those clones are just too powerful. I'm not giving up. Hey, Charizard, use your speed, not power, and you'll win. Alright, go. So, I guess basically like agility and quick attack and stuff like that. However, they do use fire attacks too. Both Charizard and the clone. Turns out, yeah, the whole speed tactic doesn't really work in Charizard's favor, because the clone, as Brock and Misty point out, is way too fast. and eventually results in the clone. I don't think he's doing seismic toss, but he does bring Ash's Charizard down pretty fast and slams him to the ground. And then Mewtwo says, as the victor, I claim my prize, your Pokemon. And catches all of their Pokemon. Hey, what are you going to do with those Pokemon? I will extract their DNA to make copies for myself. They will remain safe on this island while my storm hurts the planet. My storm cleans the planet. You can't do that! Yeah, Mewtwo, we won't let you. Do not attempt to defy me. And he makes more Pokemon, not only capturing the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise from the other trainers, but even to capture their Pokemon using these black Pokeballs there. Yeah, and that was what made my mom think that Mewtwo was evil, because of the black Pokeballs and everything and what he was doing. So they all tried to get their Pokemon out of there, but eventually, one by one, each of the Pokemon get captured, including Pikachu. There is one moment where Ash actually tries to... Let's get there. Okay, making the time come back on. There is one moment where Ash says, hey, Mewtwo can't catch them if they're already inside their Pokeball. So Squirtle, Bulbasaur, return. But Mewtwo actually catches them in the Pokeball. So the Pokeball catches the Pokeballs. Yep, and the last one to get caught is, of course, Pikachu. And yep, you know Ash ain't having that. He comes after the Pokeball that caught Pikachu, leading to the room where Jesse and James are at, seeing all the Pokemon come down for cloning. Of course, playing Who's That Pokemon. And for some reason, a Scyther came through there, and the English dub had them saying, there goes Alakazam, even though there wasn't an Alakazam in the crowd. And so Ash manages to get the Pokeball that has Pikachu away from the machine, but it actually still successfully creates a Pikachu clone along with all the other clones. And after this, Ash leads all the other Pokemon, actually leads them up into, let's see, I think I went up this stairs, I think, I want to say. Oh, no. Okay, but I'll face this trainer anyway. So he leads all the Pokemon, to go up against Mewtwo's clone. Well, the march just after Mewtwo's clones enter. And Ash actually tries to punch Mewtwo. This place is like huge. And I think this is another burglar. Yep, another burglar. Burglar Sabone. And he's sitting out a 9-tails. Okay, I'm gonna try my luck with Lapras again. There we go. So yeah, Ash tries to punch Mewtwo, but of course Mewtwo keeps throwing him back. And I think eventually Ash is sent flying and caught by Mew. So Mew shows up. And now we get Mew and Mewtwo face to face. So finally we meet. Hey Mew, I may have been cloned from your DNA, but I am much better in every way. Why do you flee from me? Do you not wish to see who is better? And after a few little shots back and forth, Mew has this to say. Hey, Mew's got a good point. What's he saying? Mew says you don't prove anything by showing off a bunch of special powers, and that a Pokemon's real strength comes from the heart. My Pokemon do not need their powers to prove their worth. And, well, let's just say the English dub was a lot better than the Japanese version for that dialogue, because according to what Juwario said about the Japanese dub, Mew was actually saying that the clones would never be able to beat the originals, and kind of came off kind of smug about it there. So yeah, much better in the English dub. So after that, there's the face-off, not only between Mew and Mewtwo, but also the clones versus the original Pokemon. And as a message to Linkara, who also reviewed this movie, Linkara was wondering how the fighting between the clones and the original was so bad when they were doing it a minute ago. Okay, Linkara, and also anybody else like him, when the Pokemon battle in the show, or earlier in the movie, as Pokemon battles, they are battling each other in a sporting way, sort of like two wrestlers going at each other, or like when you play baseball or football, or again, wrestling would probably be a better example there. Like actual like WCW SmackDown or something. However, in Mewtwo's case, he is forcing the Pokemon to not battle in a sporting way, but to pretty much battle each other to the death. So technically, he's making the clones kill their original counterparts. So that's the big difference, Linkara. Yep, of why everybody watching is like, this is so bad. Okay, yeah, I gotta push that thing there. That switch, yeah. So yeah, eventually, and then there's even a very emotional fight between Pikachu and his clone, whereas the original Pikachu really doesn't even want to fight his clone, and is actually getting a major beating from the clone. And then eventually the other originals start to fall at the hand of their clones because of how powerful these clones are. And yeah, it's not looking so pretty there. Yeah, but matter of fact, it really gets emotional with the Pikachu and his clone.
Pikachu!
I guess the clone was saying, fight back. But Ash's Pikachu is like, no, I won't.
Fight back now!
No, I won't.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
And just slapping Ash's Pikachu to the point where the clone becomes worn out. Worn out, and it even looks, because Ash's Pikachu is practically sad already, but now it looks like the clone Pikachu has exhausted himself so much fighting Ash's Pikachu that the clone is exhausted to the point that he's actually in tears there, and just collapses in the arms of Ash's Pikachu. And then, just as Mew and Mewtwo are about to fire off these two big blasts at each other, Ash jumps in the middle. You've got to stop right now! Stop! Ash!
He got hit!
Let's see. Hate to break the moment there. I was trying to figure out what I was going to call. Okay, because I got a female coughing here. I figured, I think I will call my, let's see, coughing, a female coughing. Here, okay, here's something creative. Coffina. Yeah, Yeah, go with something like that there. Plus, I'll know it's coughing too. Let's see, Coughina. There we go. So yeah, they fire these two big blasts, and Ash gets blasted, and the two combined blasts causes Ash to become turned to stone. And boy, Pikachu is really I mean, everybody's like, what the? And Pikachu, of course, is really devastated. And he tries to get Ash, hoping that his Thunder Shock will make Ash come back to normal. Pikachu! And so many times, but it doesn't work. And the last one that Pikachu tries, yeah, you kind of can hear Pikachu's voice breaking up a little bit, like sort of like when someone's about to break down the tears. And yeah, Pikachu does cry. And not only Pikachu, but all the Pokemon start crying for Ash there, even the clones there. Yeah, and this actually causes tears to the tears start gathering, and as the sun just so happens to rise, the tears actually revive Ash, much like that prophecy that the lady that the fairy manager was talking about. And I understand, yeah, I understand, because it's a magical thing, and a lot of time, not just Pokemon, but a lot of movies, but there's a lot of movies that do, the tears, movies and also TV shows, like the tear, and then suddenly certainly the person, or the one that's, on the verge of death is suddenly like, oh, they're okay now. Yeah, I get that. I'm not trying to harp on that there. But I will say that Linkara actually brought up I think him or Sway, they actually brought up a really good criticism. They was a bit harsh about it, but they actually brought up a good point in their criticism that maybe, I think Sway say, well, what if you keep the tears in, but make it so that Mewtwo sees all the Pokemon crying and becomes moved by it to where he uses his powers to revive Ash, which would actually, okay, like I say, despite the whole magical tear thing, yeah, that idea is actually not a bad idea, I mean, yeah, because then because that would also show Mewtwo seeing the error of his ways. I mean, which he still does, but it would kind of, emphasize it a little bit more. So once Ash comes back, of course, Mewtwo sees all of this. It's like, that human was willing to sacrifice himself to save the Pokemon, and I pitted them against each other. But it wasn't until they set aside their differences that I saw how much they really cared. I see now that the differences of one's birth is irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that matters most. So then Mewtwo takes all his clones up into the air. Almost kind of makes you think they're going into heaven. And Ash asks this, Mewtwo, where are you going? Where my heart can learn what yours has learned so well. What transpired here I will always remember. But as for you, it's best that these events are forgotten. I don't know. Mewtwo actually erases their mind and teleports them back to the fairy as if nothing happened. I don't know. I think they could have kept their memories. I kind of get. I don't think that's what he did in the Japanese version. But and then for one thing, I've actually heard that a lot of movies, like anime movies, even Pokemon, usually do not, usually aren't meant to be in continuity with their series or stuff like that. But you could, but as a fan, you could kind of place them at certain points of the series that they're from. Okay, this is the right one here. So, yeah, and yeah, this actually could fit in with his TV series. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't. And I think that's why they did now, I think maybe that's why the English dub did the memory thing, to sort of save on having to explain certain things in later episodes and stuff. But I don't know. Because, in later movies, that you could link to the television series. I would say it would have been just cool to keep them, especially since you have a movie further down the road called Mewtwo Returns, and Mewtwo does come back more times than once. So, yeah, why not? Why not keep the memories? Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, they're all back at the harbor and kind of wondering, like, wait, how did we get here? And wait, why are we here in the first place? And they just figure, oh, well, let's just go get something to eat. And the movie ends with Ash getting a glimpse of Mew. And then we get the end credits and everything. So yeah, that was how the Pokemon movie went down there. And it was a really big thing. Like I say, when it first came out, my mom, I have really fond memories of my mom taking me to see it. I think she probably, I'm not saying, my mom wasn't really like just big into Pokemon, obviously. And as a parent, obviously, your kid want to see a movie. Okay, you'll take your kid there, regardless of whether you're into it or not. As the parent, everything. But I think from watching it with me, it's possible. I think she may have enjoyed it a little bit, kind of enjoyed what she saw and everything. Just I assume, yeah. But yeah, so yeah. But I definitely remember going to see it in theaters there. Oh boy, I'm wheezing. And I forgot to read what the scientist said here. My apologies there. So, yeah, like I say, yeah, I remember when I watched it on my VHS, afterward, there was they even had the VH. We can't have talk over here. The VHS actually had, at the very end of it, you wait through all the credits and everything. At the very end, there was a promo for the second Pokemon movie, Pokemon 2000. So, yeah, they and I did see Pokemon 2000. It basically, I don't remember it as well as the first movie, but I did see it though. I did see it. I actually saw Pokemon the third movie with Entei. Pokemon 2000 introduced us to Lugia and the legendary bird Pokemon. Pokemon Scientist 10. Ouch. And then I actually, because I think both me and Christina watched Pokemon Forever with Celebi. Yep. And also Suicune. Yep. And I want to say I saw the fifth Pokemon movie. I'm not completely sure. Because there was one point where I bought like I think like a multi-pack of the Pokemon movies or something like that. So I may have possibly seen the fifth movie. I do remember seeing Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker though. Yeah, I remember seeing that one. With that, because I think with May and Max, where Max had Jirachi and was making wishes there. So, yeah. So that's about as, and I think the last Pokemon movie I remember seeing was Destiny Deoxys, because it actually, when I saw it, it came on Kiss WB one Saturday, and I remember recording it on a VHS there, and it had Deoxys and Rayquaza. So, yep. So that's kind of my knowledge in the Pokemon movies there, as far as what I've seen and stuff. Yep, and we still got a little, and there's still a little bit more of this mansion to go through here. Really trying to level up. Really trying to get through this video, and kind of at the same time level up. So I really wanted to level up my Pidgeotto there, as well as Rhyhorn, but I want him to evolve. I can't think what level he evolves at though, but yeah. But yeah, definitely want my Pidgeotto to evolve for to get in my Pokédex as a Pidgeot, and then probably just rely on my Charizard for flying. Yeah. Oh boy, that flame wheel attack there. Oh boy. That's like a pretty powerful fire move, by the way. Okay, Lenny's up another level there. Let Lenny get one more level with that X-Ball before I take it away. And then just sort of have Lenny just sort of level up with everybody else there. I just faced the crowd left there. Ooh boy. Come on, let me pass. Don't be like Gandalf. You will not pass. Lord of the Rings there. Okay. Get this item over here first. Nah, it seems like more of these Pokemon are showing up than ever. Ooh boy. Alright, let's give him a stomp. Sounds like a little song I once heard. Nothing but the stomp. Oh dear. At least I did catch coughing earlier. I just hate when they use self-destruct though. It's like such a cheap cop-out there. Okay. Come on. Save here. Alright, let's see what this item is here. Looks like there's a lot of vitamins in here. Guess they really want you to take your vitamins. Alright. Finally in this room. Okay, so in this room, this is the final room of this mansion there. And hopefully there's an escape. I think we should have an escape rope. But there's two things that we got to get on this floor. There's a secret key and the TM. In the old games, the TM was a move called Solar Beam. So I'm not sure what it's going to be here. Uh-oh, where am I now? Got me. Another burglar. I guess a lot of... Well, it is an abandoned mansion. I guess a lot of burglars came in here trying to see, what kind of treasures are in this place, I guess. Guess that explains why so many are in here. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, had a little tickle there. Oh wait, I need to switch my Pokemon. Okay. Alright, switch to old Lenny. Hey, what's the takedown? See what happens when you use takedown? Surf's up, Growlithe. Oh yeah. Alright, so Rio's at a level now. Just gonna have Lapras finish off this guy here. Really excited, by the way. Because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna see this video first before the other video. The other video I'm talking about, I'm at like it's 6:10 in the morning right now. So yeah, which I'll be done with this in time to get ready. But at 10 o'clock, Casey will be coming over here with her dad. I'm actually going to interview her dad, Mr. Hennigan, about some books that he's going to be. He's going to actually have a book signing at GeekCon along with another author. Both of them will be at a booth together. So yeah, we'll be. And I'll more than likely because I have two of his books. I have. One of his books is called Homecoming Tree. It's a Christmas story. Chances are when it gets close to, because it's kind of like Christmas focused. So I know I started reading the Matilda book on this channel earlier. So try to finish the Matilda book first. That way I could start with one of his books, The Homecoming Tree. I would say more than likely I would be likely to start Homecoming Tree when it gets kind of close to Christmas, according to how many chapters are in it. I might just start it right after Matilda. Now I might say, because like I say, I don't know how long it would take to read through it, but at least like I say, it would be a good little start after Matilda next there. And also, there's some other books I definitely want to read to you guys here on the channel too, especially. But some of the other books that Mr. Hennigan has, Homecoming Tree. There's a book called Hope Again, which deals with talks about how to deal with depression there, and then. There's a which you'll hear him say all his books in when I interview him and everything. But I do because he did, and he sent me a list too. I also know about I think it's a book series, Jonathan Steele, and some of the books listed in there is like the 13th Demon and so on there. So yeah, that's quite a. So yeah, he's got quite a. He's been writing quite a bit there. Yeah, yeah, like I say, he's got quite. And he's gonna be having all the books that at his booth at GeekCon. So yeah, but you'll hear a lot of detail. You'll hear a lot more detail when I interview him in my upcoming video. So, yep. And some of the other books I have, I got like books from an author called Sharon Creech that I read back in middle school, like Walk Through Moons, Absolutely Normal Chaos, and Chasing Redbird. Then I also have, I got other books like Judy Blume that I also read in school, like Super Fudge and Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. And then I got a mix of other books, and then plus there is my Yu-Gi-Oh manga collection. And I also got some books from other authors other independent authors like me that actually have know and have met. I got 3 Western books from Matt Palooza that used to work with me at Kroger. He's still writing. He has a website and everything. But he got the Wanted Man, the Outlaw, and Two of a Kind. That's his Western trilogy, and I think I've read all 3 of them once. So I probably yeah, and there's some really good Western books, but they are pretty adult. So yeah, don't go try to read them to your kids there. But they're good for adults. They are really, for adult level, they are really good. Sort of remind me of the movie Django there a little bit there, which is also pretty adult there. So yeah, there's that, and you can say then another I think I still got this book, Synexia, which comes from an author Antonis Perry, who I think I grew up with when I grew up with his mother. I think she's retired now, but she used to be the librarian at the library down the street from me. Well, actually, no, I take that back. She's at a but it's not too far from me. But so the Union Branch Library. But yeah, she Miss Pam, yeah, Pam Davis. But she retired, I think. Yeah, I think it's either her or maybe I'm thinking she might have retired too. But there's another librarian I know that's also retired, that from the branch that EJ works at, and now EJ's friend our friend Marcus is actually now over the library. So yeah, a lot has happened there, in these years there. Oh boy, I'm really trying to get through this there, because like I say, that way in my next video, I can, this place is an idea for a lab. Look at all this space. I think this is the last trainer in here. Scientist Ivan. Well, not Ivan Ooze, I can tell you that much. Okay, we're gonna... Can't beat my, no, can't beat my Dragon Rage. It takes 40 of all your hit points. It takes 40 of your hit points. Can't beat my, no, can't beat my Dragon Rage. Always damages is 40. Drag, Dragon Rage. Drag, Dragon Rage. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah. Y'all, Emily, to finish this up. Yeah, quick. I don't want to take no chances of that self-destruct. Oh boy. Flamethrower attack! Okay, Optimus. Say with the rollout move. Will be a... Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Charmander using his flamethrower against that golem there that was rolling around from the biker gang. Going up. What was that for? You challenged me? What you expect me to do? Steve Bobby say, what you want me to do? Say, I'm wandering through a maze and then I ran into you, so we went to battle. Way I kind of explained that, like the way Krunk was in that scene of Emperor's New Groove when Yzma asked him to finish the job, and he was like, "You're not gonna back out now, are you, big guy?" He's like, where's the other guy?" I'm sorry, what I missed. Well, Yzma just taught me to dive, and then we waited for you.
Krunk, why did I think you could do this? It's one simple little thing. It's like I'm talking to a monkey. Oh, now, a big stupid monkey named Crunk. Ouch. And you know what else? I never liked your spinach bugs. Never.
Like, wow, you did not have to dog a man in his spinach bug. That was so uncalled for. Of course, that devil crumb was like, oh, that's it. She's going down. Like, all right. So you open up the secret switch. What? Okay. Just checking my levels here. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right, we're almost done. Yeah. Get that item here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna battle because I want to get that level up there. Ah, really? That growler that quick? That's the only thing I can use. I'm out of Dragon Rage. Come on. There we go. That didn't really do much. Okay, I'm just gonna switch to Lapras. That way, because Growl's fire type. Might as well. Okay. Oh, wipe them out. Okay, let's... Almost there. Oh, good, blizzards. It's just like the old game there. So I guess that means that the other TM I find might possibly be Solar Beam, which would be really good for my Parasect there. I might possibly get my Parasect back after leaving Cinnabar Island. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, we're getting to these items I need here. Alright, let's switch to Emily this time. Well, at least that ended the battle. But now I gotta use a potion thanks to you coughing. Okay, Lenny's up at level 33. Emily, yeah. Oops. Okay, bring my time back on here. Let's see, Lenny. Okay, 33. So, yeah, when it goes. Everybody's at level 34, I'll take the X-Ball away. There we go, save. Really hope I really hope I have an escape rope, or at least there is a... Come on. See, this is probably one reason... I may have mentioned before, but this is one reason why I probably would not play games like Mario on this app there, because the controls on your operating these controls on your iPhone, I mean, it's doable, but it doesn't work so well. It does work, but at least for me, it doesn't. It's kind of hard to manage making Mario. Oh, come on, Raticate! Really? Hate when they do that. But yeah, it's really hard to manage the movement control and all that. Like say trying to make Mario jump and stuff like that on your phone as opposed to just using a regular like Nintendo controller. All right, found the secret key. That's what we needed. And I'm gonna get the last item that's in here, which is Solar Beam. Yes. All right, so apparently we don't. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so all right, so this is where we'll wrap things up here. We finished what we need to do in the Pokemon Mansion. So, yep. So yeah, like I say, that's it for this video. Make sure y'all definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books and and like I say, amongst with the like, share, and subscribe, definitely share these videos with your friends and stuff, and help get these watch hours up as well as monetization. Support us on Patreon, as well as the Miracle Crew, yours truly, King Gabe, Quintina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nellens, Jen, aka Chris Godfrey, and EJ the Supreme. Till our live streams come back, definitely hang out with us on Discord and Facebook, and let's tell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And without further ado, we'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody.